Hello everyone, this is Devann Edwards, aka Devann the Connector, connecting you, yes, you, to the knowledge that will empower yourself. Now, again, we're late on this live. Not really late. I mean, I do a live when I choose to. But today's live, this live will be based on practicing patience. And I mean, I was wondering what I want to go live on. That I could just speak briefly on. And my amazing life partner Xavier recommended I talk about patience because she's like, "Why are you so patient and stuff?" I'm like, "That's a good question," and that's something I'm gonna explore in this video. And I want you guys to type in present in the comments below if you find value in this. Drop some fire in the comments below. But we're gonna get into it now. Okay, so patience. So all my life I've been patient, but patient in an intentional way. And I say that, and it reminds me of a quote. I think it's a quote, but this is literally what I embody. So, patience is not the ability to wait. Patience is not the ability to wait. I want you to remember this, all right? Patience is not the ability to wait. Patience is the ability to keep a good attitude whilst you're waiting. Patience is the ability to keep a good attitude whilst you're waiting. It's all about mindset. It's all about your patience. It's all about your positive mental attitude. Patience is a form of wisdom, and I think I was like, I don't know how this like inner gnosis or inner wisdom actually developed within me. I mean, I've been exposed to a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things in life, and I've been a high level observer my whole entire life, really. And patience, it really demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things just have to unfold in time, you know. So we may, like, for example, we may even have like dreams and goals and whatnot, and we immediately we set the goal and we're like, "Oh, I set the goal. I'm gonna have it right now." No, it don't work like that. Sorry, it don't work like that. Or you intensely desire something, and then because you didn't really set a deadline or set an attitude within yourself of how you're gonna manage that emotion towards getting it, you get frustrated. And we often don't pace ourselves, but I mean, you can be impatient to progress and still patient to the actual success of it. And patience really is the amplifier of your attitude towards reaching that. And one thing I find interesting about patience is that people are not patient because honestly they're not really intentional about why it will be beneficial to be patient, and not really ask themselves, okay, so how do I practice this? How do I keep grounded in and not being flustered by every aspect of my life in this world? One thing that I found helped for me is again observing others and saying, okay, who do I know, or who in this world is successful at embodying patience? Because again, when you talk about patience it's kind of like a philosophy. It's like a way of life. Like it can be part of your life. But the thing is, the only way it can really stay there is through practice, and practice makes permanent. And you have to know how to embody it. So ask yourself, who do I know, or who in this world that embodies patience in a great way? You can probably Google that, to be honest, right now. You can say, top 10 people that embody patience, and then observe their story. Observe how they enact patience. Observe what observe their actions and how they're patient in certain situations. For me, I understand that everyone goes through life. Like, this is I understand that Everyone goes through their life. No one is exempt from any pain or. And let's say if someone says, "Oh, sorry, I'm late" and whatnot, it's really about just seeking. The goal is understanding when it comes to patience, and not really just reacting. You want to respond in a way like, "Okay, I'm curious. So why? So why did this happen? Or why was you? Why was you in a rush? Why was you late? Why was this or why was that?" And then once you direct your attitude to finding the solution rather than just creating a problem out of something you don't like, that's not clear, it just generates more bad energy pretty much. And I'm not about bad energy. I'm gonna need a solution because and one thing as well is that I don't know where this came from, but I've always known that, or even observing, like when you observe nature, nature has all the solutions to a physical problem, a physical ailment. Like there is no way, in my opinion, there is no way you can be born in this earth and whoever you believe created this universe did not provide the power and upgrades and provide the nutrients necessary to sustain yourself on this life, regardless of if you go out of balance. There is no way. It doesn't make sense. So again, it's, it's so funny. And I know that there's a solution to every problem. The problem, the only thing of the problem is you think you have a problem. You think you have a problem. So again, it's the collective consciousness, is our subconscious mind, it's our conscious mind, all embodied into one, that projects these quote unquote problems, and then again it starts getting attracted, and then we drift from natural law and start doing these nonsense, and then we share it with everyone, and then it causes a ripple of problems, and then the problems become a norm. It becomes the paradigm. It becomes a habit. So, but then the people that's like kind of got back into nature, got back into themselves, or got back into the understandings, the science of everything. Usually they're more patient, or when they really understand a person, and it's so, it can be very simple, but it's and again, a lot of people don't really have a vision for what they are patient about. I mean, for what they're willing. Again with patience, you got when practicing patience, you got to ask yourself, are you willing to wait for the answer? Because when it comes to patience, usually it's a you're going after a goal because you know that goal is the answer, and you making that decision and you keep questioning it. That's like, you have to ask yourself, like, what are the questions you're asking yourself that's leading you towards the answer, and are those questions serving you? So like even just normal conversation, when you're being patient towards someone giving you the answer, you're like, oh, why? I wonder why he's taking so long. But again, how do you feel when you're asking those questions as you're waiting for the answer? I just thought of this right now. This actually makes sense. Some of this, but yeah, and again, when we go back to nature, you like ask yourself, have you seen a seed when it's planted? Have you seen a seed germinate into its future? Do you actually see, or do you even worry about whether the seed is gonna grow whilst you're not looking, or whilst you're waiting? Do you wait for the seed to really do you know, or you understand the process, or you understand what that seed is going through? Oftentimes we don't know until we actually seek understanding and seek clarity, because what happens underground when people are growing silently You don't know. It's not, and sometimes it's actually none of your business. But what is your business is to mind your business and to mind your emotions, mind your thoughts as you're receiving the answer. So again, one thing I would say is like take a few minutes like out of your day to like really get centered, get grounded, eat some red foods. One thing is I take is a Ganoderma. That's really grounding. It's reishi. Also drink the coffees and teas. So if you'd like to know more about that, just drop a coffee below or just message me. And visualization as well. Your attention goes. So only focus on what is what is serving you, and only focus on understanding. I mean, because everything it doesn't like it does like okay. Ooh. Meditate on it and elevate from it. Whether it's like a short term of patience or a long term of patience. If it's a short term of patience, like and you if the thing is, the answer is if you're being patient towards someone, the answer is coming from the other person. So again, it's really not about the other person. It's really about yourself when it comes to the patience. Like don't let any random thoughts or any assumptions come into play, and then now you have bad energy or a bad attitude towards them. For what? For what? You know, like until you gain the understanding, stay neutral. All right, stay neutral. And again, I've observed like interactions with people where it's people just not patient for some reason. But then their reason for not being patient may be something deeper. It may not even be related to the conversation often. So again, it's like being mindful of those things and staying neutral and just simply asking the question, because the question is the answer. But are you willing to wait for that question to be answered? Pretty simple. Okay, so that's the thing. So that's one way you can practice patience. Meditating. I say to do some breathing as well. One thing if you're just used to normal breathing, I do a lot of deep breathing. I do breathe from my nose, you know. But one thing you can try is the breath of 7. So that's a simple breathing technique. So pretty much you just breathe in. But what you want to do is you want to expand your belly, diaphragm, and then hold for 7, and then breathe out for 7. And you want to do that going downwards. So you want to go 7, breathe in for 7, hold for 7, out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If that's what you do already, or if you're gonna check that out, like let me know, and I can help you see and monitor how that's going for you, or you can let me know how that's going for you. But yeah, just breathe in. 7. It takes 7 minutes, a few minutes a day. The breath of 7. You can do that for how long it takes to finish the breath work. Number 2. So that was number 1. You can do some breathing. Number 2 really is seek out and find and observe the people that practice patience, like, and really study what led to them practicing patience. And also number 3 is understanding that patience equals to is in alignment with a positive mental attitude. So if you practice having a positive mental attitude to everything, patience will become a byproduct of that. Patience is a byproduct of a positive mental attitude. Okay, so those are 3 things or 3 ways that you can practice patience. So if you liked what I shared, drop a fire in the comments below, please. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow, whatever it may be. Okay, that's Devann Edwards, aka Devann the Connector, and I'm connecting you guys to the knowledge that will empower yourself, because it's empowering me. Stay empowered, and just remember the connection continues. Take care.